Hi guys, how are you? Alright, so I am introducing you to Celina with a C. Celina with a C, and she's by Outre. I used to say Outre. I've been saying Outre for years and years. That's not the right pronunciation. It's Outre, which is a French word. O-U-T-R-E. That's the name of the hair company that this hair comes from. This is Celina, C-E-L-I-N-A, and this is called Petal Pink. And she's beautiful. I do not really care for, let's see, black hair per se. It's a little harsh on my skin tone, but the pink calms the black down, if that makes any sense. Lace front, okay. 2 combs in the front, 1 in the back. You can go glueless. I don't have any, I never glue my units down anyway. I utilize the combs, and if you keep your edges moisturized, you don't have to worry about them being snatched out. And don't yank your, your hair like that, because it's gonna pull your hair out. And you're gonna blame it on the lace front, and it's not the lace front's fault. You gotta be more gentle with your edges. But if you keep them moisturized hair is less likely to be broken off. Dry hair is easy to break off, okay? So this is Celina. Let me see the packaging. Hold on. So, y'all, I don't do unboxing. Y'all know how to open a damn box. Y'all know how to do that. I don't have to go over that with you. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Color Bomb. That's what it is. It's a Color Bomb series. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then on this side, these are the colors. And this one that I have on is this particular color right here. And there's this orange. What is that? That's a Merlot color. I don't care for the white or gray units. I don't like that. That's just me. I don't know where we get white hair from and we think that's cute. I don't like it. This is aqua blue and this is teal. Aqua blue and teal. And it's the Color Bomb series. Okay? So like I said, the one I have right now is the Petal Pink. Alright? So she's pretty. This is my birthday hair. My birthday's next month. Yeah, so October is my birthday month. So here it is from the side. So it's not pink all the way through, right? Yeah, it's like in the description it says OL, and I don't know what that means, but I think it means overlay, because it's kind of, the color is over the main color. So that's what I think OL means. I could be wrong, but that's what I think it means. Hold on, I gotta take this shoe off, special shoe, because I've got a cut on my toe and I can't wear regular shoes on it, so I have to wear this shoe that I used to wear when I broke my toes, when I was in the healing process or whatever it was. Anyway, so this is the side. Density is not bad. It's not real thin and it's not real thick. It's kind of, it's not paper thin. I wouldn't mind more density, but it's okay. All right, here's the back. And it is 20, I'll show you the other side. Okay, it is 26 inches. Nope, my bad, it's 24 inches. And I am tall, and it goes down to my breasts. Does it go down to my, yeah, it goes down to my breasts. And it's a left side part. So if you're not into left side parts, you might want to pass on this one, but she's pretty. She's really pretty. Yay. Now, I will tell you about Color Bomb. They're getting better. They're getting a lot better. Well, when the series, like, they had some oopses with some series. Oh, let me show you something. See down here? Maybe I'll stand up and show you. So it's like an overlay. So here's the darker hair here. And then the pink right there. Okay? What was I going to say? So make sure that you moisturize it right out the box. Hair that is specially dyed with special colors, that dye, they're getting better. The company is getting better, okay? Outre is getting better at this, but I've had units that were so dry because of all the color that it was like straw. And I take very good care of my units. Very good care. I've had some units for 6 months to a year. Okay, I take real good care of them and I alternate them with other units. So they last a lot longer. But that unit, every expertise that I knew to do with it went down the drain. Nothing worked. No moisturizer worked. No conditioner worked. No deep conditioning worked. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. But it also had multiple layers of colors like a rainbow. It was drop dead gorgeous. And I only wore it like twice because it was ruined after that. The dyes were harsh on the fibers and it just was a no-go, and all the work I was putting into it was starting to tick me off. I was doing more work to it than enjoying it, and that made me mad. And I'm like, as I'm trying to work the fibers again, I thought, you know what? I'm going to end up throwing this out. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to end up throwing this out. So I did. I ended up throwing it in the trash. But yeah, there's probably, I don't think this is a 1B. I think this is like a, I don't really know. It might be a 1B. Let me see what it says on the, let me not guess. Let me see what it says on the card. Doesn't really say. It says DR, which is dark roots. OL, which I think is overlay, petal pink. But it might be 1B. I don't really know. I'm not sure. It doesn't really specify. But it's dark. It's either a 1 or a 1B or something. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, dark hair doesn't really work for me, but the pink kind of calms it down and softens it up, so it's working well. Yay. It could have a little more density, but I'm not going to complain. You can't see tracks, so we're good. All right. Boom. Let's get to the topic. Oh, my God. I know of a couple. I don't know them personally. Okay, but they're friends of a friend of mine. She does not, she's one of those parents, so-called parents, who doesn't discipline either one of her sons. If they want to sit on their butt and never work and smoke blunts and play video games instead of going to college, instead of going to a trade school, instead of getting a decent job, they don't want to do chores in the house. She is perfectly okay with all of that and more. You can sit on your butt. What would you like me to make you for dinner? She's one of those. If you are involved with somebody who caters to their children, you and that person are going to have war. Eventually. And they have. They've had war over the kids, and the kids deliberately damaged his truck, and I'm sure their mom didn't say a word about it because the fan's on, so I'm trying to get that to quit flying everywhere. Anyway, their mom is not the type to discipline them, so no matter what they do, property damage, cussing her boyfriend out, whatever they do is perfectly okay with her. And when you are in a relationship with that, like that, it's gonna fail. Unless you become a possum. You just roll over and play dead and let her rule you, but not rule her own children. She does tell him what to do, but you can't tell your children what to do. They've done property damage to his vehicle lately, and they're still together. So here's my thing. And when I asked my friend, I said, why are they still together? Why is he still putting up with that? And he said to me, because they both need money. Let me explain something to you. You don't ever, as long as you have breath in your body, you don't ever want to be in a situation where you have to stay with a crappy person and or their spoiled ass children. You don't ever, and they're adults, but she still spoils the crap out of them. Anyway, you don't ever want to be in a situation where you have to stay with this person because of money. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let me tell you something. I would rather have a studio apartment, which I saw one that was adorable back in the day, by the way. I'd rather be in a studio apartment with a job and got my bills paid, but I can't afford groceries, so I don't live in a studio. I'm using this as an example. Some studios are very cute, like I said. You know, you have a job, you live in a studio apartment, but you can't afford groceries because your bills are paid. You take your butt to the food pantry weekly if that's what you need to do to get food in the house, because you don't need to be with somebody else because you can't afford to not be with them. Are you Are you serious right now? Does that make any sense to you? So you're going to be miserable the rest of your life because y'all are clinging to each other's wallet. It won't be me. It won't be me. Nope, 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 nope. You don't want to not break up with them because you need money. That's a stupid reason to be with somebody. There's inexpensive, or, you know, if you got to relocate out of state to go to a part of the country where it's cheaper to live, you do what the hell you got to damn do. Get a friend of yours to throw your stuff in a truck and take your ass somewhere else. You pay for gas and you go somewhere else. There's things you can do. Get a job promotion in another state that's cheaper to live in. You got to figure it out. But staying with somebody who has no zero, nada, niente respect for you makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're scared to be alone. That could be the real reason. Or you're relying on each other's wallet. Or you're used to each other because you got so many years under your belt. I don't care if you have 100 years under your belt. If it's no longer working, and truth be told, hasn't been working for a long time, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Not only that, but you don't want to give up your future because your relationship fell apart too. I had a previous friend who, but he's lazy and his parents baby him too. That's why we don't deal with each other anymore, because I can't deal with you being an adult toddler. Anyway, he's up his mom's skirt so bad it's not funny, and his mother wants it that way. Anyway, keep him, because when y'all die, he's hosed. He's hosed. Anyway, when he broke up with the love of his life, he had dreams, supposedly had dreams, because her father wasn't going to allow him to sit on his haunches and get married and go to his same punk ass job. What are you going to do with your future? Because what you're doing now may be your future, but do you have any better plans for yourself? And he did have plans to go to film school. He's obsessed with films. He's obsessed with how movies are made. He's obsessed with special effects. He can tell you all kinds of things about special effects that would make you go, what? How do you even know that? So that's his niche. He gave that up because they broke up. Why? Why would you give that up? And I told him, we live in different countries, but I told him, if I were there and I'd known you at the time, I wouldn't let you give up your future because you broke up with someone or she broke up with you. I wouldn't allow you to do that. He said I was depressed, I was crying a lot, I couldn't function. I said, and you know what I would do? Because he was already set up to go to the school. I said, I would come up there. We're going to pack your stuff to go to school. Here's a box of tissues. You could cry all the way there. But you're not giving up your future. This is what you plan to do. This is what you signed up to do. I'm not going to let you walk away from it. You want to cry and have hysterical fits in the car? That's what you do. But you're not giving up your future. I don't care who it is. I said, because she got her future. She going to do her thing. She eventually got married and had kids. She going to do her future. She ain't going to give up her future because she's not with you. What are you doing? Don't you know he never went to school? He graduated high school and that was the extent of it. He's been at the same job for I don't know how long. He's like an accountant for, I think it's a grocery store, I think, or department store of some sort. He will never break out of that, and he will never follow his dream. And because his mother babies the crap out of him, he's never going to be an adult, and he's never going to say, you know what, that's my passion, I'm going for it, whether I'm single or not, I'm going for it because that's my niche, that's my passion. He's never going to do that again, because once you miss that window when you had the urge and the desire to do it, once you let that window close, you're probably never going to want to do it because you didn't do it when you had the chance. Now you're going to have a bunch of reasons and excuses why you can't do it. Well, you know, this, that, the other. And people are good at making up a bunch of BS as to why. They're good about that. Don't miss out on your future because your love life fell apart. So what you do is you follow your next love, which is your passion, which was for him, movies and special effects and whatnot. So many excuses and many reasons. And then he said to me, I wrote his case for years about that, off and on. And I said, it just doesn't make any sense. That's your passion. He goes, I know, but you don't really need to school to get into the industry. Think about what you just said. Somebody with education, not always and not anymore, but it used to be that someone with education is going to have a benefit to getting hired than somebody who doesn't. I mean, education's not a waste of time. He was making excuses because he lost the desire, and again, once that window closes, it may never reopen. Because you'll have a lot of excuses and you will justify why you can't do it or why you don't want to do it. It makes no sense. You're going to give that person so much power that they have determined that you're not going to have a future just because you all are no longer together. I'm speechless because it just doesn't, it makes no sense. That's one of the best things you could do for yourself, is to get a future for yourself, to get education, to start making real money in the field that makes your heart pump. That's what you should chase, because that's a sure thing, whereas being with somebody may or may not be a sure thing, especially when you're married to your mother. This girl can't marry you because you're married to your mother. Did I go there? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You're glued to your mother. You can't sever the apron strings. That's why she broke up with his ass. Okay? That's the reason she broke up with him. She don't want to be with a kid. And you're acting like a kid. You know, like I told y'all before, he's living in his mom's basement. And, you know, he sleeps on a twin-size bed like a little child would. And he's happier than a fat rat in a cheese factory. And he don't want to make improvements on his life. Okie dokie. That's great. That's great. Do you, boo? You know, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Some people are, well, again, some people really enjoy sabotaging their own life. They get a kick out of that. Why, I don't know. Why, I don't know. Let me kick myself in the throat so that I can see how bad my future is going to be and how bad my present is going to be. Let me kick myself in the throat. So I want y'all to think about that. And I don't want you going to school, make any major life decisions around a relationship, because that relationship, chances are, I hate to go there, but it may or may not last. People they're not committed no more. They just can't commit. And a lot of people have problems up here. They cannot commit. You need a sound mind, and you need to have an open heart and an open mind and solid psychological ground to stand on in order to have a relationship, in addition to an ability to love forever. If I'm going to be with you and I'm choosing to be with you and we get along very well and I want to be with you with want to be with you forever, I don't want that to be a fly-by-night or a weekly thing. I felt that way last month, but I don't feel this way this month. And a lot of people are fickle that way. Very fickle. So don't be making permanent decisions on something that may or may not be permanent. You're having kids with somebody that chances are y'all not going to make it either. So you're going to be a single parent. Okay? You're going to college because your beau, your sweetheart is going to college there. So I want to go there too. And imagine y'all break up. You made this major change to be with somebody and y'all not going to be together anyway. Your relationship's not going to last. Watch the decisions you make surrounded by a relationship, revolving around a relationship, because that's not guaranteed. And people can't commit to nothing no more. They can commit to one night stands. They can commit to hopping your bones. But maybe they cannot commit to being with you forever, even though their mouth said that, their actions say something totally different. So you don't want to make decisions based on love or relationship or whatever, because that may or may not happen or last or whatever. However, when you do go to school, regardless of where you go, college, whatever, that's permanent. That education is permanent. It's in your head. You're certified or you have your licensure or whatever. That's a sure thing. A relationship isn't. Unless you find someone who can commit. And I'm here to tell you, good luck to that. People can't commit to nothing anymore. They just can't. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they can't. And the ones who try to have a commitment with you, you don't want them anyway. Because a lot of them have issues, which do not qualify them to be in a relationship. You have to be qualified. Just like you can't be a nurse based on you watched a lot of, ER. So you go apply to be a nurse at a hospital. They're going to laugh at you and say, get on out of here. We're looking for registered nurses, or LPNs, which is licensed practical nurse. We're looking for real nurses. We're not looking for somebody that watched TV. I watched ER. I watched 911, the TV show 911, or whatever it was called. I think it was called that. And so now you think you qualify to be a nurse. Okay, or a doctor because you saw it on TV. It's the same thing with a lot of people that are not of sound mind. You're not qualified to be in a relationship because you're not of mental sound mind. You have mental issues, psychological issues that have not been resolved through therapy and medication. Therefore, you don't qualify to be in a relationship. But people will strut up in a relationship anyway, like I belong to be here. You don't belong nothing. You don't belong nowhere. You belong in a therapist's office. Anyway, move right along. So don't be making massive decisions based on love and relationships, because you may regret that down the line. You may regret that down the line. Okay? And for the love of God, don't be with somebody because of money or because of kids. We got kids together. So what? Whoop-de-doo. So what? Your child needs to be, someone who witnesses a positive relationship and parents that love each other and can communicate in a healthy way with each other. Not slamming doors. I hate you too. I wish you were dead. I wish you were dead too. Get out of my face. They don't need to see that. They don't need to witness that, because you're teaching them how to have a dysfunctional relationship. See, little Susie, see, Bobby, this is how mommies and daddies treat each other. So then when they get older, they end up in a relationship identical to that on a subconscious level, because that's comfortable to them. That's what they saw. That's not fair to your children. Watch what you do. Be careful what you do. Don't be with people because of circumstantial reasons. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're going to regret it. Don't tell me, don't tell me later, you were right. I'm telling you now, so you don't have to say you were right. Okay? All right. Much love. Y'all take care.